I will start by saying that.
So sorry, just 1 second. I will just wait 5 seconds for the recording to start. Okay, because it might not be recorded. It's okay. Yeah, so I think we can start now. So let me just quickly introduce you. So hello, everyone. We are here with Kyriakos today. He's a physical therapist and he's a very talented one. So he has a very interesting topic about health today. So Kyriakos, you can start.
Really pleased to be here and to introduce my topic about today, which I really enjoy talking about, which is exercise and how it actually impacts our health. And I'm going to start by saying that early in our life, we're being told that we should exercise, it's good for our health, people that exercise are healthy, but nobody ever really tells you why and how much exercise is enough to be healthy and which aspects of our health does it actually affect. I'm going to start by some estimations which will let us understand why it's so important. First of all is that like inactivity, which is like people not doing stuff for their health, like simple stuff, being active, like walking. Inactivity is the fourth leading cause of morbidity all over the world, right before high blood pressure and high blood glucose and smoke. So, and there are estimations that even 10 minutes of activity a day would reduce that impact to the health of a society. So even a little bit of activity, it's better than no activity at all. Another interesting fact is that 25% of US citizens today have health-related problems related to being inactive, which means health problems that be avoided by just being active, like by just exercising a little bit in their lives. And you may tell me, okay, but how can how this affect me, which I'm healthy, I don't do stuff. Think of it another way. There are health-related problems that could be avoided and not they are not unavoidable. Like you could exercise and like not a lot of exercise, not like 2 hours a day, like 15 minutes, 10 minutes a day, and there will be less hospitalizations, so less health-related costs to the USA and other countries as well. It just of the studies are made in USA, so I'll use some USA statistics. Also, feel free to interrupt me if you have any questions, like I'm free to answer them. So these are just numbers, yes? Okay, there are different numbers I can tell, but let's get to the point, like which aspects it actually affects, yes? How it affects our health. Everybody knows about the health benefits it has to the cardiovascular system, to the muscles, to the, I don't know, to the basic stuff, yes, that your heart is healthier, your mind is healthier and stuff. But nobody really understands which other aspects it affects. Which really important aspect that affects is the cognitive functions. There are many studies showing that children, like students, who exercises at least 2 to 3 times a week for like say half an hour, 1 hour, they have better grades. So the people who do not exercise. Or there are also studies made on employees in different companies that show that employees that exercise regularly, which is estimated at 2 hours a week, is regular exercise. They are better in their job. They have less illness-related absence from work, and they enjoy working more. And for that reason, many big companies, for example, Nike and Google, they have like office gyms, and also some make breaks for their employees to exercise for at least 10 to 15 minutes between their shifts, so they're more productive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more about the cognitive part of the exercise. Another important factor that exercise affects is mental state. Okay, it won't cure someone's depression, but for sure it will mediate it towards something more positive. One of the main characteristics of depression is being inactive, like staying in bed and wanting to get out of bed, which has, as I told before, inactivity has other health-related problems. And people who are depressed and do exercise, they can avoid at least the secondary health-related pathologies if exercise. That's one thing. The other thing is that many people don't know that exercise helps our body release the so-called happy hormones. Yes, endorphins, cannabinoids, and stuff like that. And regular exposure to exercise makes you happier, actually. This is also shown in functional MRI studies. If you understand what it is, it's like putting stuff on your head, which shows in real time how your brain works during different stuff. So they used this thing on the heads of people and made them exercises and compared brain activity before, after, during exercise and after exercise. And studies shown that parts of the brain that are related to our mental and cognitive functions, they get stimulated, and a lot more stimulated than doing other stuff. For example, drinking alcohol or taking some drugs, or I don't know, sitting and relaxing. It stimulates them a lot more, and which makes us think that, okay, maybe we should sometimes, when we don't feel that good in our life, maybe a little bit sad, maybe instead of having a glass of wine, maybe go for a 20-minute walk or something. And that's a really great thing to keep in mind, that a little bit of movement not only will help you with your heart, with your, I don't know, with your muscles. It will also help you with your mood. It will help you with how you think. Yes, how well you think, how healthy you think, and that's a really great point to keep in mind, outside of the fact that the basic stuff you know about exercise. So that's the second thing I want to talk about, like after the numbers. Also, because if you don't interrupt me, I won't stop talking. So I would really recommend you to interrupt me whenever you like, if you have any questions and stuff.
Of course, it's better that you can finish, and then after we process everything, we can ask you a couple of questions later. So yeah, if you want, you can.
Okay. No, that's not a problem for me. I'm the talking type of guy, so I'm really I really like to express my thoughts. So the third part I want to talk about is, okay, we know exercise is good for our health. Yes. Okay, now understand which aspects it affects. But how much exercise is enough just for health benefits? not for looking bodies and stuff. How much exercise? Like many people, they find a lot of they have a lot of work. They are overwhelmed with their family, with the daily life, and they don't really find that much time to go to the gym, for example, or to do 1 hour of workout a day. So science comes to answer this question. Okay, most of the estimations are just like, they're not really good estimations, but they give us a good overview of how much exercise is enough. As I told you before, first of all, 10 minutes of activity a day will reduce your health-related problems that could be avoided by around 9%. Just 10 minutes a day, which could be like 10 minutes walking, 10 minutes walking your dog, I don't know, 30 push-ups a day and stuff like that. This is the first amount of exercise to keep in mind, just 10 minutes a day. The other is like, many people hear about the 10,000 steps a day. You have it on your watch, you have it in your phone, it tells you walk 10,000 steps a day. And you're like, okay, what if I walk 9,000, it will be different? Look, the thing is that it's not like the 10,000 steps, it just gives you to understand that you need some amount of activity to stay healthier. Yes, 10,000 steps is just a good way for most people to keep in mind, because you may not be able to do pull-ups, push-ups, and stuff like that. You may not have time to go to the gym, but walking doesn't need anything. Like you don't need a certain place to go. You don't need a certain equipment. You just need maybe your headphones to listen to music or some podcast and go for a walk until you reach the 10,000 steps, which is around 8 kilometers. But like people who are active anyway the day, they will, at least half of them, they will do that during the day. For example, me as a physiotherapist, I do around 4,000 to 5,000 steps only at my work, like walking around in a 80 square meter place. So yeah, it's not like a magical step number, but it's a good starting point to have, like 10,000, at least keep up this 10,000 steps. The main timeline that is being that has better research to inform us is like on aerobic activity, because there are a lot of people who do, for example, running and other types of aerobic activity, maybe cycling and stuff. And the best evidence we have is about the 2 hours of aerobic activity a week, which is around 20 to 30 minutes of aerobic activity a day. Aerobic activity, for people who doesn't know it, is doing a certain exercise at a low to moderate intensity, like jogging or cycling, or even just walking. Yes, for the moderate, low to moderate intensity is it's depending on the person. It's different for me, different for someone who's 70 years old. But yeah, 2 hours of low to moderate aerobic activity would reduce the chances of getting cancer by around 30 to 40%, heart-related problems by up to 50%, and health-related problems based on falling, which is a cause of morbidity in ages over 65, it reduces the percentage to around 20%, which is a great percentage, because imagine it's a number of people, like it's 20% of millions of people, yes? So it will be around tens of thousands of people who wouldn't go to hospital, who wouldn't cost $1 for the economic healthcare system, yes? So it's a really great percentage. Like it would help a lot the people as a society if we try to keep up to this at least these 2 hours a week. But let's say you are super busy, yes? You are that ultra busy hustling guy who, I don't know, works 16 hours a day, yes? You don't have time for anything. And you say, I can't even work out 20 minutes a day. Well, for you, there's another good point in exercise research, which based on a really good paper, it has shown that even 30 minutes a week of intense exercise, intense is a great, I have to point out the intense, 30 minutes of intense exercise a day would give you same results. Intense exercise means doing around 4 to 6 exercises until failure, which means the last 2-3 repetitions will be your last drop, your last power. You couldn't do more than the last 2-3 repetitions. Would give you the same health benefits as exercising 2 hours a day with low to moderate intensities. It is shown that it will help you keep more muscle on you, which more muscle means better strength, less susceptible to injuries. It will keep you better health, better heart function, better brain function, and better joint function. Because as we know, arthritis and osteoporosis is a thing nowadays. Because we may not understand it, but our population is getting older. How my teacher of geriatrics told us. Why? It's not bad. It's not actually really bad. We are getting older because we live more years. Yeah. Until the 1930s, we died at 50 years old. Now we die at around, women die at around 80 to 85, and men die around 75 to 79. So it means that there is a certain amount of our years from 55 to 70s that we gotta stay functional. We gotta stay healthy to have a happy life. Yes, nobody wants to walk on crutches and need assistance to go in and out of the toilet. What will help you with that? Keeping more muscle in you. What will help you keeping more muscle in you? Exercising. What else I can tell about this thing is that people have to understand that you don't need to be looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his tops. You don't need to be, you don't even have to have abs or ripped bodies. The thing is that you have to stay active. Like, don't let your body adjust to less activity than you are already doing. Sometimes we watch kids playing and we look at them, they're laughing, they're happy, and we think they are like that because they are dumb. Yes? Kids don't have they don't have face, they need to pay taxes, they're not worried about anything. But one thing we don't notice is that they're happy because they're moving daily, they're running, and they're interacting, because activities and movement is interaction. It's not only lifting weight. For what your friend is going to the gym with going to the gym and meeting new people, is doing sports and interacting with your teammates, passing the ball and running around, even at amateur levels. It's really important to keep that in mind, that activity is not just a good-looking body, it's a healthy body, it's a healthy mind, and a body that will last. Yes. One thing I want to point out is What I want to point out is story, not the story. You told me something.
It stopped for a second. Yeah, it was like, and the connection was unstable for a second. So yeah, just telling you that yeah, to slow down because it stopped for a second, but now it's okay.
Okay. So I want to tell not a story, but I think to some words to think about. Yes. Imagine, yes, that you get your first car, yes, and they tell you it's the car you will have for the rest of your life, yes.
Yeah.
Another car. It's this car and nothing more. Like,
yes.
If it breaks, it breaks. Okay, you're without a car. How much more attention would you give to it? Yes, you would change the oil more than you would. You would take it to make more. You would put a lot more care for it if you knew that it's the only car you will have for this, right? And so inside.
Just 1 second, the connection is bad again. If you could maybe reload it. Just 1 second, guys. Have a small problem with the connection. Yeah, he's going to. Oh, okay. Hi. Yeah, it disconnected for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's good.
So where did I stop? Like you heard the part with the car?
Yes, the talk about the car is a very good metaphor for our body. So if you had one car till the rest of your life, of course, you would pay more attention to it, like change the oil, look after the tires, keep it clean, keep it in good shape. Don't bump it in like random places. Don't park it in random places. And it's a great metaphor for our body because like some people act like they drink, they smoke, like they would have like 5-10 bodies, and what we don't understand is that we have only one body, and the older it gets, the more problems come up, you know. So I thought is that what you meant, right?
Yeah. That's really what I meant. And we treat our bodies like we'll get another body, but what we want. That's the issue. And the thing is that we can do something about it. It's not something unavoidable. Many people look at illnesses and pathologies and stuff like that. They look at them as, okay, it happened to me. It's my, I don't know, it's the path of my life like that, the luck, or I don't know. But it's not. Some stuff, yes, okay. For example, I don't know, if you had a genetic predisposition to get some certain kind of illness, yes, okay, and I agree. But it never ever believe that you can't do something about it. The thing is that we are what we repeatedly do, yes, as Aristotle said. If we don't do nothing, we are probably nothing, yes.
Yeah.
If we fight every problem in our life passively, like waiting for it to pass, of course, nothing will. Very few things will change in our lives if we wait for our luck to turn around. be more, I don't know, healthy. But if we don't start from today, like doing something for our health will not change. And when we get older and the problems will start, we will understand it. But it may be already late for some people. Yes. It's never too late to start exercising. Don't get me wrong. But if you already get the sick, the pathologies and the illnesses and stuff, and you're already in a bad state, it will be more difficult to fight them rather than starting from today and avoiding them generally. Yes. So I think somewhere here I will stop because that's the things I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I did it a little bit fast forward, but I was really enjoying it. So I just keep talking.
Yeah, so I'll just ask you a couple of questions. I'll just summarize. So you said that exercise, even like it's more exercise is more important for feeling good and being well than for looking good. So some people over exercise, some people may like starve themselves, and I think what is a good point is that you also should have to have a balanced diet to have this exercise. So it's all about the balance, but it's a great thing that even like a small amount of exercise, even like 10 minutes of walk a day or 30 minutes of walk a day can help you with so many problems that you have. And even if you don't have time to exercise, like 30 or 1 hour, 30 minutes or 1 hour of exercise can like once a week can actually help you with that. So this is amazing. And I just wanted to ask you more about like what exactly should we do if you want to also look good, not only feel good but also look good? What if you want more in life than just feel good? I guess that some of it comes with exercise, but there could be other factors like maybe balanced diet as well.
Look, of course, exercise is not the magical thing that will change everything. Yes. For example, like it depends, as you said, on the balance. Yes. Of course, exercise will help you, will benefit you in any case. But nutrition, as you stated, is maybe even more important than exercise. I won't say that it's important for sure, but in hierarchy of what's more important for our health, I would put first nutrition and healthy not activities, but I don't know, like sleeping well and stuff like that. I would put it first, and afterwards I would put exercise. Why do I say that? Because as I said before, we are what we repeatedly do. I can rephrase it easy, and we are also what we eat.
Yeah.
People say that, but I eat in a legend. But it's not that. It's not that case. It's that like high processed foods, high amounts of sugar in our food, high bad fat food like the trans fat and stuff like that. They build our bodies. Like our food is the bricks, let's say like that. And our organism takes these bricks and puts it in our bodies to make the building with our body. Yes, if the bricks are trans fat and high processed foods and sugar and all that stuff, you will be that stuff. And in exercising, you'll be lacking something. And if you, I will start by what you need to be truly healthy. It's like having a quite good diet. Like I won't say be strictly don't never eat sugar or never eat I don't know food and stuff. Because processed foods, for example, burgers and pizzas, we love them, yes? We eat them and we fucking enjoy them. But we can't keep them in our diets on daily basis, yes? But eating them once a week, if you're active, or once every 2 weeks, if you're not active, like keep that in mind, because like if you are, the more you can, for example, cheat in your meals, yes? People that exercise a lot, for example, 2-3 hours a day, they can eat junk food once per week and it won't really affect their health, because it doesn't really stays in their body. They just burn it. It's like pure calories for them. But I won't say that it can do it every day.
Of course,
so like to be actually healthy, you need nutrition and exercise. Nutrition mostly like protein, lean protein, fiber, which is the nuts, the what's called full grain bread, and
carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates, yes, but
full
carbohydrates is good.
The complicated carbohydrates that are
complicated. Yes, like for why did I stop you? Depends on how you use them. For example, pasta. Okay, it's okay to eat them. Eat pasta every week, but pasta with cream every day is close to junk. Yes, but pasta, for example, with a little bit of olive oil and tuna and some vegetables, is a really good option, a really good alternative. So I want to say that with carbohydrates, it means how you use them. The same goes with a potato. Like many people think that potato is not good for our health, but it's not true. It's not good, for example, for people who are diabetics. Yes, but potato, it depends on how you use it. Like the difference, the same amount of potato, like for example, 100 grams of potato wrapped in a foil in the oven, and you leave it there, and you get it back, and you put a little bit, for example, of butter on it with some salt and pepper. I love it actually. Might be around 100 calories. 100 calories per potato. If you take the same amount of potato, 100 grams, and you slice it and you put it in to the fries, yes, to make the fries, the same amount of potato from 100 calories jumps to 300 calories. So you see that the same carbohydrate, yes, the same carbohydrate changes its nutritional value depending on how you use it. That's why I stopped you when you said carbohydrates. I love carbohydrates, but it depends how, yes, and how you manage your meal. I will answer the second part of your question, how to look good. It depends on, first of all, like I'm pro body positivity, love all the shapes of bodies, no body shaming, no nothing. But like if your better shape means more muscular, more lean, you need more work. Like half an hour a week won't help. Not even 2 hours a week won't help. You need at least 1 hour, like 4 hours a week. I would tell you. But how much work you do interferes with how much you eat. For example, you can get leaner with, for example, exercising 3 hours a week, yes, but you will have to restrict your calories more than a person who exercises 5 times a week for 2 hours. It's simple thermodynamics, like you burn more calories if you work out more times
so you can eat more. But if you work out less, you have to eat less as well. If you want to really look good. So I don't know if it's complicated how I tell it.
No,
but
simple actually.
Generally that's how you will think about it if you want to really look good.
Mm-hmm. So it's
yes.
From what I got is that we can say that maybe diet is like 60% and exercise like 40%. So diet is also very important because it's like, from what I understand, that you consume it every day. So you eat every day, and it's more like it gives more like outcome on how you look. It affects you more. And exercise, sometimes if you eat more, then you should exercise more. But if you like restrict your diet and you like make a healthy balanced diet, you can exercise like 2-3 times a week, and that will make you look better and feel better.
Yes. But as I tell you, this is more the all things that I told you now about how to look good. They are mostly based on my experience, because there is not a lot of studies on how much is the least amount of exercise you need to have a lean body. But yes, overall, that's how you understood it. That's the point. And you said it really good. Like it's 60% nutrition, 40% exercise, because everything you put in your body will also stay on your body if it's more needed. If it's less than needed, your body will burn what it already has to keep functioning. Yes. That's like that's physics, to be honest. Like that's how calories work in our bodies. Yeah. Is there anything else
not
you
from
want to
my
ask, or somebody else?
Guys, do you want to ask anything? I will read what our CEO Srini said. He said in the comments that thank you so much for sharing your deep knowledge today. Yeah, so we are very happy that you are here and sharing the knowledge with our platform, because here we talk a lot about health in our socials, in our in our webinars. We talk a lot about health, and last week we talked about balanced diet actually with a nutritionist. And so I think it's very helpful for our community to get this knowledge about nutrition, about health, about exercise, and this amazing facts that you told today. How can it reduce the risk of cancer, risk of even reduce depression by some means, and like improve your moods, improve your productivity. So it like there are a lot of health benefits. So thank you very much for that. So guys, let me know if you have any questions. I will also leave Kyriakos's contact in the video and share it with the group. So if you want, you could also ask him some questions.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. It's really great to listen to your deep knowledge, and thanks for your valuable time. Probably it is late for you also now, I guess.
It's 10:40 in Cyprus now. We are both in Cyprus.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. Thank you again. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So I guess I will wrap up for today, but thank you very much again. And we will have a video. We'll also have a video on our channel. So if somebody's watching, you can share it to your friends, and you can ask any questions in the comments as well.
Great. I'm really happy to join this talk. I was really enjoying myself talking about stuff I enjoy doing in my life. It's my job to keep the community healthy. Yeah. I view it as like that. I don't see my job just as physical therapist or a coach. And I will really have to join you one more time if there will be a chance.
Of course.
And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much for talking.
It wouldn't have meaning for me to talk if I didn't have these good listeners.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, have a great weekend and the rest of your day.